Hi guys.
This lasagna is so good. Big million thumbs up. So glad I made that. This collaboration is called Recipe Free for All. Each channel that is participating is going to create a meal, but they're going to change it, tweak it to work for their dietary needs, whatever diet they're on, whatever lifestyle they're eating. Like me and my family, we eat the Trim Healthy Mama way. So I am creating a Trim Healthy Mama lasagna, and I'm going to share with you how I changed it to make it Trim Healthy Mama friendly and low carb, sugar free. And all the other channels are going to be sharing how they make lasagna, whether it's just the regular way with the noodles and all the cheese and all the sauce and sausage and meat, or if it's low carb, or if it's sugar free, or if it's Weight Watchers, or if it's keto, whatever they eat, that's how they're going to do it, you know? I'm going to share with you the recipes. So my recipe is in the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, and it is called Lazy Lasagna. Here's a quick little picture of the recipe. And I'm going to be making that and whipping it up for my family tonight. I already have my ground beef cooked, and I'm going to get the sauce and all the cheese mixtures together and hopefully not get too many interruptions, but you never know. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And when you're all done watching this video, check out the playlist to see what the other channels and how they're tweaking their lasagna to work for them, because you might find a great way for our lasagna recipe. So I want to give you a quick look at everything that I'm doing for this recipe, all my ingredients right here, right? I have frozen spinach, mozzarella cheese, cottage cheese, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, oregano, cream cheese, and sauce, and Parmesan cheese. I am going to be cooking noodles on the side. I found these at Walmart. Don't they look fun for the children? So they're going to get some noodles with it, even though I'm not making it a noodle recipe. As you can see in the picture, there's no noodles in it. It's going to be going in this 9x13 pan. I already have my meat cooked up, and I'm also made wonderful white blender bread that is a Trim Healthy Mama recipe to go with it. I'm going to make some garlic toast for my husband and myself, and I have some Hawaiian rolls for the kids. The kids don't eat 100% Trim Healthy Mama, but when I do dinners, this is always a Trim Healthy Mama dinner. So those are all my ingredients, and I'm going to throw it all together right now. So here in my pan, I cooked up 2.5 pounds of ground beef. The recipe just calls for less than that, but I have a big family, so I make sure I had enough ground beef. I added the 2 cans of sauce, and then I added all the extra seasonings that they added, and I doubled the seasonings because I tend to think that some of the recipes in the Trim Healthy Mama book are a bit bland, so I always add double the seasonings to them. And this is going to sit here and just simmer up for a little bit, let all the seasonings marry together here in this pot, and then I'm going to move on to the cheese part. In the blender, I have a block of cream cheese, some cottage cheese, and some eggs. So I'm going to whip this up for the cheese mixture. Alright, so that is all set. I'm just going to scrape the sides a little bit and give it another little whiz. So now that all my ingredients are ready, what I'm going to do next is layer everything in my pan. I'm going to take half of everything and layer it first. As I mentioned before, this is a Trim Healthy Mama recipe. There is no carbs. Well, there are like the little bits of carbs and stuff in it, but it's not like full of carbs like if you were to have the noodles in it. So this is a noodle-free dish. Lots of yummy meat and vegetables in it. I have going to be putting some spinach in it, which is going to be fantastic with this. I've made this before. I love it, and I'll be eating it for lunch tomorrow also. I'm sure I'll have some leftovers because it's very filling. So we're going to get half of this meat mixture in here. Meat and sauce. Guess I shouldn't have put the slotted spoon, huh? And then we're going to do half some cheese. This is the cream cheese, eggs, and cottage cheese all mixed together. So we're going to get this on here. It's basically just your ingredients that you would put inside your lasagna without the noodles, and you just layer it all together. We're going to put on some mozzarella. And then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. This is a fatty meal for Trim Healthy Mama. If you're not familiar with Trim Healthy Mama, you're basically separating your carbs and your fats in your meals. And in this meal, this is where you're going to be eating your fats. I'm just going to shake this. It's not coming out. There we go. I'm going to sprinkle of this on top. And then we're going to add our spinach. Half of our frozen spinach is going to go on top of this. This is a good for you lasagna. And then we're going to repeat these layers. And then we're going to put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And it's going to just all cook up and be delicious. So now I'm going to layer on the rest of the sauce. I did this by accident one time and put this in a smaller pan. I didn't realize it was going to make so much, and I should not have done that. It was like overflowing in the pan. Alright, so there we have that. The next layer of meat. And the cheese is next. My favorite part is the cheese mixture. Now this does not have ricotta cheese because there is already so much of the other goodness in it that it doesn't need the ricotta cheese. I'm sure you could use ricotta cheese instead of cottage cheese because I have done that before because I love ricotta cheese. But by using cottage cheese, it lowers the fat a little bit. I don't really like using fat-free cheese because they add so much to it. To make it fat-free, they add so much preservatives and unnatural things to it to make it taste not fat-free. Check your ingredients of fat-free and non-fat-free half and half, and they add a ton of stuff to it. They even add sweetener to it. It's amazing what they add to it. Alright, and now we're going to add the rest of our spinach. I'm not sure if I have enough. I'm kind of eyeballing the spinach. I think I have too much spinach actually. So I'm going to do a smaller layer for this one. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and use it all. This seems to be okay. I'll just go ahead and use the rest of it. Alright. Now we're going to add, oh my hand is so cold. Let's see, what cheese do we add next? Mozzarella I haven't added, right? And then we'll put this in the oven, and if it browns too much on top, we can cover it with aluminum foil. And I'm going to put a pan underneath it just to make sure it doesn't bubble over. Because I have a feeling it might. Look how, like, it's right to the rim, the sauce in some spots. Alright, so there you have it. There it is. This is going to go in the oven, and the next time you see it, it will be all baked. There we go. See you in 40 minutes. Here is the lasagna fresh from the oven. Doesn't that look scrumptious? It's going to be so tasty. It did not bubble over like I thought it would. I thought it was going to bubble over. So I got the kids' pasta right here, all that dinosaurs, and I got my wonderful white blender bread all sliced up for my husband and myself. And then I'm just waiting on some vegetables that I got cooking there, and I'm warming up, I'm warming up some rolls for my kids. All right, so next I'm waiting on my vegetables to cook up. I'm gonna bake those up and then let this cool for a little bit. And then we're gonna dig in and I'll show you how it all looks up on my plate and everyone's reactions to it. Alright, so we're eating.
That's what I thought.
How do you like it so far? Have you tasted it yet? I think you've eaten your vegetables and your bread.
Thumbs up.
So, husband is smiling down there because he really likes this. Here is my food. I have 2 slices. I sliced them thin. All my roasted vegetables and then my lasagna. And the kids, as you can see, got, yes you do, they got the dinosaur pasta. So everyone's going in the kitchen getting their food right now, but that's what we got. And that is how we do lasagna, the Trim Healthy Mama style, right? No noodles, but I got noodles on the side for the kids. How do you make your lasagna?
With my face.
With your face.
Oh, the noodles and sauce and noodles and sauce.
Put down in the comments below how you like to make your lasagna. Is there a special way that you do it? Do you use zucchini noodles? Do you use no noodles? Do you use low carb noodles? Just the regular noodles? Do you add something special to it to make it oh so good? Put macaroni and cheese in your lasagna? You probably would like that too. That's interesting.
I make mine just
on top of it.
Okay. So that's all I have for you, and don't forget to check out the playlist below to see what all the other channels are making their lasagna for different He's talking about me.
Mom, can you show me my food? I'm almost done.
So go ahead and check out that playlist so that you can see what the other channels have made for lasagna and how they changed the recipe to fit their dietary needs. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Be a blessing. Be a friend that's kind and true. Think of others and not yourself.
I want to turn it off. Mom, I want to turn it off. I turn it off. Ow. Okay.
You got some now? You got only carrots, or did you eat your green beans?
I am a stegosaurus.
Is it good?
Hey, turn it off.
This is delicious.
Abigail, is it good?
Delicious.
Is it good?
Think about everything yourself.
Delicious.
Think about everything yourself.